have your own space where you can, voice your own opinion. And by opinion, I do not mean using it for something which is very, I don't know, maybe positive or negative. Just maybe if something is going on and you want to voice an opinion, maybe you want to, there is some law that has come out and you can see there are some loopholes and you want to write on it. Maybe there is something which is very current, which is going on, and it's changing, and you just want to report on what's going on every day. So it just gives you a very easy space to voice whatever you want to say, right? So blog is a writing piece which is primarily used for connecting like-minded individuals. Individuals, why? Because suppose if we are writing a legal blog, more often than not it will be read by people who are interested in law, or who are lawyers, who are maybe either established, or they are just laymen who are interested in knowing what law is and what's going on, etc. So like-minded individuals writing um, blog, one of the benefits of blog writing is that it doesn't have to be as formal as an essay. It doesn't have to be as formal, as um, confined to a certain maybe structure like an essay, right? A blog can be informal, it can be easygoing, it can be your voice in the way that you want to say something, right? It can be unique to what you want to say, how you want to say it. So it also gives you a lot of creative space. Also, legal blogs especially, they are a little bit different from other kinds of blogs. Why? Because it gives you a space to give your opinion. However, you have to make sure that there is a very, very fine line between giving an opinion, maybe a strong opinion, but you have to make sure that you are not giving any kind of legal advice to the readers, right? So a lot of times while we are writing blogs, we just give a disclaimer, just in case, in the very beginning itself, that this blog, it's just to disseminate information about a certain topic, and it should not be taken as a legal advice. But just as writers, we should also keep in mind that we are here just to voice our opinion, and we are not here to give legal advice, especially if we don't have that kind of experience and that kind of expertise. So it's just a platform where you are voicing your opinion. All right. So also, yes, legal blogs are used to disseminate information and build a reputation in the field. Why? Why do we blog? Or why, in today's time, has it become such a rage, to be a blogger, or to start writing, or yeah, or just start a blog, write articles, post articles? Why has it become such a rage? Especially, I think in the last 2, 3, 4 years, it has become a lot more, it has become a lot more popular than it used to be a while back. Why do you think that is? Any idea? Anything that you guys want to share? Why do you think, um, in today's time, it has become like everybody, we just look for different opportunities in different places, and we want to write, we want to get published. Why do you think that is? Or what may be the benefits of maybe writing a blog?
Oh, if I may. So I was thinking, like, considering mostly for my college life mostly dealt into online law school only. So apart from first year, second, third, it just went through MS Teams. So I think mostly that we did was like either we went for a virtual internship or like something or the other. But I think blogging has become such a tussle because a lot of people find writing research paper requires a lot of dedication.
Correct.
While blog, obviously it requires dedication, I'm not at all denying the fact, but at the same time it kind of, it shows that you know a particular aspect of law and you want to present it in a precise way, which eventually would also lead to a brownie point on your CV that you have in, like, forwarded your opinion in a particular legal scenario, or be it anything, even if it's a normal blog on a political or geopolitical issue. So it highlights that you're like, you are like you are knowledge oriented, so you know what is going on in a particular area around yourself. So I think that that has become so much important during this virtual course that we are into. So apart from just not only going through, like, college assignments, I think that kind of gives you an edge in front of anybody
Right.
else who might not get into the field of writing.
Yes, correct. Yes, that's actually very apt. That's very correct. So why do we focus so much on blogging, or what benefits can blogging uh, do to your career growth, to your career path? A, obviously you can develop your writing skills, very important. We are lawyers, we need to have good writing skills, good communication skills. So this definitely helps with that. Secondly, it helps you develop analytical skills, in the sense you get a hang of how to analyze something. If there is, suppose, a news which you are which is just everywhere, and maybe there is you are getting you are just listening to a certain opinion on that news, whatever it is. And being lawyers, what I mean by analyzing it is, you don't just believe what is being shown to you. You don't just immediately believe what is being written. You actually use your analytical skills to understand what the news is. How much is it coherent with the law? How much is it coherent with, say, some case laws or something? What's this front of it, what's the other side of it? So as lawyers, we have to have those analytical skills. So blogging definitely helps us develop those skills as well. Third, it helps you find your style of expression. Like I said, blogging can be very unique. This is one of the best things about blogging. Is that or blog writing, is that you can express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself. There is no bandish nahi hoti kisi tarah ki, right? Kisi You don't have to confine yourself to a certain pattern or something like that. It can be exclusively what you want it to be. Fourth, obviously, it enhances knowledge. As much as you read, as much as you research on something, it's going to enhance your knowledge. It helps in engagement of you with probably other readers, other like-minded people. That it also if suppose you are interning with some law firm or something, a lot of law firms use their own blog pages to market themselves, or their point of view on different raging issues which are going on. It also helps in networking, building a network, right? So all these are some benefits of blog writing, which I think, in one word, if or in one phrase, if I have to tell you what exactly is the benefit of blog writing, is you create a personal brand, right? You create a personal brand. I think nowadays you must have heard this term, personal branding. Have you? Do you know what this means? Do you know what personal branding is? Anyone? Anyone has any idea what personal branding is exactly? Or if you want to take a guess, it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, just take a guess. What do you think personal branding means?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, sure.
Ma'am, basically, what I believe is like selling your own skills by marketing yourself.
Right, correct. Ashad, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Yes. So, selling your own skills, how? Not by exactly selling your skills, but by showing or by creating something which will act as a, I don't know, maybe a portfolio, which will show that you have certain skills by the work that you do. It's going to show that you have certain skills, and that's, going to further your career prospects, or yeah. So personal branding, this definitely helps in creating a personal brand, because um, you can show through, maybe your the articles that you've written. Maybe you've applied to certain place for internships. Maybe later you will apply for jobs or something, and maybe they ask for an opinion on anything which is going on, and maybe you've written a blog on it which has been published anywhere. You can just send them a link of that, that blog, just to go through it. And that will definitely, I think Bandana said, it'll act as a brownie point, right? For example, like suppose I want to get into academia, so I like teaching, and I like to research, I like to teach. So for some time I was associated with this online learning platform where I was taking classes online. And uh, uh, and and yeah, and later when I shifted to another institution, I in my CV itself, or in my cover letter rather, I sort of inserted a few links of my previous online classes, just to show them that it's not just to show them, or just give them an evidence to show that, I can teach. It's not just something that I'm saying, it's right there. It's an evidence that I can teach. So similarly, personal branding can help you showcase your skills to the right audience, so that you can attract the kinds of opportunities that you want to attract. All right, and blogging can definitely help you with that. All right, so that's one of the most important benefits of blog writing. All right, so coming to our topics, अभी तक हम बस एक introduction sort of देख रहे थे. We were just looking at an introduction of sorts for blog writing. Let's now understand how exactly to go about writing a blog. First of all, how to choose a topic. How to choose a topic. um, if anybody has written anything before, you will know it's not an easy task to figure out what exactly to write. So I think, suppose whatever your interest area is, be it intellectual property laws, or be it criminal laws, be it constitutional laws, anything, whatever your interest area is, I think it's a very cliched thing to say, but you have to be aware of what's going on in those areas of interest that you have. You have to be aware. You have to have knowledge of what's going on, so that you are up to date with what's happening. And the more you read, the more you know, the more ideas you will have on what to write. All right, like for example, I'll just give you a very um, uh, basic example that happened with me recently. I was listening to this podcast. It's basically on the show The Office, right? So there is this podcast on Spotify. I was listening to that, and I don't know if you guys have seen The Office, or if you are aware of the show, but there was this one episode where this group of people, they sort of perform a parody on Miley Cyrus's song "Party in the USA." Um, so I was just listening to that, some story about how that came to be in the episode. And in a, I think just in a sentence, the the lady, she said that um, the production had paid some $20,000 or something, just to include that 1 or 2 minute of clip as a parody in that one particular episode. All right, so I was sleeping and I was listening to that podcast, and I don't know, for some reason, I just, my mind went to, okay, so that's a lot of money for 1 minute of song in that episode. um what if they hadn't taken that license? What if it had it it had violated somebody's copyright, or maybe I can go about figuring out other shows, or maybe movies where people use 5 seconds, 10 seconds of some song, some clip from another movie, etc., and just maybe put together um, how do they go about getting license and making sure that it does not result into copyright violation. So that was just from listening to a podcast. So I think the more you consume things which interest you, the more you read, the more you listen, the more you watch, I think it somehow it starts coming to you. You'll just you will not know, maybe sometimes consciously, sometimes not so consciously, you'll just think of a topic that might interest you, and then you can go ahead and write on that. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but yes, that is one of the ways by which you can choose a topic. There's no, I think, easy way to say this. Just you have to be aware, you have to know more about that area in order to make sure what exactly can you choose to write on. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Right. All right, so yes, so just be aware of what relevant thing is going on in that area of law. Read about maybe some current affairs, some current legal ruling, maybe some loopholes in some area of development that has come out. So just keep on reading, keep on exploring, and you will come across a topic which you think that, okay, this is something that I can voice my opinion on, maybe this is something which I can write on. So that's one thing. Secondly, when you are researching, the second thing I think I want to discuss is just give me a second, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I think the second thing that I want to discuss is when you are researching, um, obviously we start with doing a normal Google search. We look at the latest news, we look at the latest articles. If we are feeling very much academically driven, we might go to Google Scholar, and then we might look for different articles which are there on that particular topic. So just make sure that once you have your topic figured out, you research from multiple resources. It doesn't have to be, you have to make sure that you use multiple resources to understand different kinds of views that different people have written, for or against or neutral, anything. Just research about the topic as much as you can, so that you have a better idea on how you want to frame your writing. All right, so second thing is this, research from multiple sources. That's absolutely, I think, necessary. Third, I think, third thing is, first of all, creating a structure of what you want your blog to look like. So for some people, a structure can be created either by maybe brain dumping, or maybe brain mapping. Where brain mapping would be where you just take a sheet of paper, a simple blank sheet of paper, and maybe you write your topic in the middle, and then you maybe create a chart of something, of all the things that you can write in that topic, everything that you want to cover. So maybe once you have done some initial research, you can go about creating a brain map, or a proper structure on what you want your article to look like. You can, it can include everything, and then maybe once you have done that brain mapping, you can maybe then eliminate things which you don't think would be relevant for that particular article. Maybe there are some things which would be relevant in a second article on a similar topic or something. So just try and narrow down your topic as much as you can, so that we don't just touch everything upar se, right? When we are writing something, we should uh, sort of have so much of space that we are able to analyze that one or two things properly, than touching on 10 things and not talking about any in detail. All right, so create a structure, headlines, subheadlines, bullet points, whatever it is that that helps you. And yeah, so that's I think another thing that you can do after you have done some initial research. Third thing which I think I'd like to point out is, do not use very flowery language, or do not use very legal too much of legal jargons. Why? Because when it comes to blogs, I think when it comes to say research articles or journal articles, we know that the reader of those articles are people who have fair knowledge of law, right? But when it comes to blog writing, we know that our readers can differ from being an expert to being a layman, right? So whenever you use any flowery language, obviously it people um, who have just opened your blog uh, just for it, just to have just to read it for just to read it for fun, or maybe just to have some idea on the topic, they won't be able to relate with your blog at all. So please avoid using flowery jargons, flowery language, or even using synonyms which are just too heavy words. You don't have to do that. Just keep it simple. Use simple terms whenever you're using legal terms or legal jargons which you think laymen will not be able to understand. Just explain it in maybe 4 to 5 words, or maybe a sentence after you've used that legal jargon in your writing. So yes, keep your language simple. Next thing, I've already told you, if even if you are giving an opinion on your in your writing, just make sure that that opinion is just an opinion. It's not legal advice. We are not giving legal advice. We are just maybe yes, just giving our opinion, or maybe not even opinion. We're just analyzing things on the basis of facts, what we know, what laws are, what case laws are, and on the basis of that, as lawyers, we are not even giving opinions. We are just analyzing, what's what can be for something, what can be against something. So you're just analyzing something. So just refrain from giving legal advice. um After that, I think, yes, with blog writing, like I've said, it can be unique. It can be unique to your style of expression, and also it gives you a lot of scope to be as creative as you can. So blog writings, um, it has to be it has to be um, you should write it in such a way that you are interacting with your readers. How can you make sure that your readers don't find it bland, that your readers are interested in writing what you've written? Maybe, I don't know, maybe 1,000 to 1,500 words of something that you've written. How do you make sure that your reader is interested to read all those 1,500 words? Maybe you keep it interactive in the sense, um, you can ask some questions in between, or maybe you can give some relatable examples, or maybe you can give some references, like I don't know, like I gave a reference of The Office right now. Similarly, Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, or anything that you find that you think will suit in that particular writing, and explain what you're trying to say better. You can use all of that to make your blogs more interactive, right? You can maybe ask some questions and ask your readers um, to tell you what they think of it in the comment sections below. So a lot of things there. You have all the scope to be as creative, as unique as you can when it comes to blog writing, because it does not have a set structure that you have to follow, right? So this is another thing. Uh, apart from this, yes. Okay. Apart from this, I wanted to discuss about something called um, SEOs. Do you know what SEOs are? Anybody?
Yes, ma'am. It's search engine optimization.
Right.
Basically, it's related to keyword.
I'm sorry, I lost your voice. Can you repeat that, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, basically, it's a keyword which we used to find, which we used to find something on Google.
Right. Right. Can you just give an example?
Like for example, if we are searching something related to IPR only, so what keywords we are using? Like if we are searching for IPR, then if we are mentioning IPR, so that is the keyword.
Correct, correct. Right. So search engine optimization or SEOs are basically sort of a way in which you can optimize your article in such a way that its visibility increases. That is, it reaches as many people as possible. That is, or maybe suppose you've written something about um, uh, जैसे आजकल anything which is going on recently. Can somebody just give me an example of anything which is going on recently? Any news, anything? um
Solo gaming,
Sorry.
solo gaming.
Sologamy. All right. Yes. Good. Yeah. All right. So sologamy. So now this is something which we have, which is which is sort of unique, which we had not seen before. I mean, I don't remember seeing any of such cases before, but since it happened, we have seen so many people writing so many things about it. Maybe some people are just reporting what happened. Maybe some people are looking at the legal implications of whether it was a valid marriage, whether it was not a valid marriage, or whatever, right? So there are like hundreds of people writing hundreds of articles. How do you make sure that your article comes within the 4, 5, 6 links that appear as soon as you press enter after searching whatever you are searching? So that is where search engine optimization comes into picture, where where using some techniques you make sure that your article will come in on the front page of any search engine whenever somebody searches for whatever you've written in that article, whatever topic you've written that article on. So how do you make sure? There are different ways to make sure that you optimize your article in such a way that its visibility is increased. One, you can either just use Google as your tool. For example, a lot of times you must have seen that whenever you just type a word or two in Google, Google sort of completes your question by itself. If you just write Hannah Montana, for example, Google will be if you just write is Hannah Montana, Google will be like Miley Cyrus. Is Hannah Montana still on Disney? Is Hannah Montana something, something, something? So they will give you a set of questions of maybe showcasing what readers are searching for on that particular topic, right? So maybe when it comes to sologamy, you can just is sologamy, and then you can see what readers are searching for. Top what are the top searches in that particular for that particular topic. So you can use that as your guide, and you can cater your article in such a way that it answers maybe one or more of the questions that you see that people are already asking, right? So when you maybe write such an article which obviously people are already asking, definitely more people are going to read that. All right. So one thing is that. Second, as Ria already said, use more of keywords, which will make sure that there are a lot of websites. I think I know uh, one is called BuzzSumo, BuzzSumo. BuzzSumo. So that is one of the sites where you can see, where you can get some keywords on any topic that that you want to write on. You can get a set of keywords of what exactly are people searching for, what exactly are people reading, or what kind of keywords being used are more visible to people. So on the basis of that, you just include those keywords to make sure that your article is more of um, optimized in a way that it is visible to more people. All right. Did that make sense? The SEO part. Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Great. Great. So that's another thing. And apart from that, I told you, make your article. Just give me a second. Make your article just structure it in such a way that all of it is coherent in the end. Coherent in the sense it should all connect, it should all make sense as a whole. It shouldn't be just broken into different parts with all the endings loose. It shouldn't be like that. It should all be complete, it should be coherent, it should all make sense. So you should structure your article in such a way that whatever question you want to answer, whatever topic you want to write on, it covers all of it and coherently, right? So just make sure that that's there. Also, I think this goes without saying, just make sure that the headlines or the headings of your article, the title of your article, it may be something actually, it actually depends on you. If you want to keep it catchy, keep it catchy. If you want to keep it simple, keep it simple, because I think that's one of the things which comes under uniqueness, which comes under finding your own style of expression. So yeah, so you can title your article in whatever way that you want to. Just give me a second, guys, just give me a moment. Hi guys, sorry about that. That was an important call. So sorry. So yes. So in a nutshell, I think I've uh, brain mapped or brain dumped everything that I wanted to share about blog article writing specifically. One thing which is, I think, very very important, and I cannot emphasize enough, is please cite all the resources that you've used to write your article. Please do not plagiarize, because plagiarism, I mean, it's something which is taken very very seriously, especially when you are a writer, or maybe an academic, or yeah, just please don't plagiarize, please don't copy whenever you are maybe taking any data, taking any opinion, taking any article written by any other author. Please give them their due credit, because I think it's one of the worst things that you can do to an author is steal their ideas or steal their words and not give them their due credit for it, right? So please cite. I cannot emphasize this enough. Please cite everything that you've written, everything that you've read, every resource from which you've picked up your article. You've picked up different parts of your article, or maybe you formed your argument on the basis of different resources. Please cite. Please do not plagiarize. And any which way, apart from being ethically wrong, also whenever you are submitting your article to any website or any leading blog or anything, they have a team, they have a team of editors, and they will know if it is copied, right? And that will just result in outright rejection of your article. So please make sure that you cite um, all the resources which you've used to write your articles. That's, I think, very very important. Apart from that, okay, before going to the have fun part, apart from that, I think one thing that I also want to add is that once you've written something, and this is something which works for me, so I just thought I'll share with you. Whenever you've written something, just take some time and just take some time to sleep on it. What do I mean by take some time to sleep on it? Is, suppose if you've written something right now, suppose I've written something today, maybe I'll take half an hour, 1 hour, or maybe a day to just not look at it. And then maybe after some time I'll go back and read it again, look at it again, because then you look at your own work from a fresh set of eyes, and that sort of brings out a lot of things that you might have missed in your initial attempt at writing, so maybe there are some points that you wanted to say differently, or maybe there are things which can be said in a better way, or maybe there are some things which are not so relevant, which can be edited, which can be cut out. So giving some time for you to step away or dissociate from that article, and then maybe coming back after any time which is suitable for you. If you read it from a fresh set of eyes, it's going to sort of make you aware of a lot of things which you might, just make it better, maybe just change few things here and there and just make it better. Secondly, before finally submitting it, you can also send it to maybe your friends or family and give them that article to review. They'll give you some opinion on what can be done differently, what can be done in a better way. You might or might not take their opinion depending upon, because it's your article at the end of the day, but maybe some of their opinions might come as something which genuinely something that you should have added and which you missed out because of whatsoever reason. All right, so before finally submitting it, you can give it to your friends and family for review, and then when everything is all right, you can just send it to wherever you want it to be published, and that's that. And also, in the end, just just have fun with writing blog articles, because like I said, it's a platform which gives you a lot of creativity, which gives you scope for a lot of, for showcasing a lot of your wit, humor, your opinion, your points, in a manner that you would like to portray. You would like to engage your reader, you would like to make it interactive for your reader, so it gives you a lot of freedom for that. So yeah, so just take your time and just start writing without giving it a lot of thought, because as much as we think, it just keeps on getting delayed, it keeps on getting procrastinated, so it's just better to start somewhere. All right, so please, just go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's that. I think that's all the everything that I wanted to share with you in today's session. So yeah, thank you.
So, ma'am,
If
we
there
can
is,
end the session, I think.
hi Paris, yeah.
So thank you, ma'am, for giving your precious time. We could not have a better speaker than you for this topic, I think. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
If any,
much. That means a lot to me.
thank you. If anyone has any questions, they can ask to ma'am personally.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Also, if you guys want to ask me anything, maybe after this session has ended, and if you feel like asking something, this is my email ID. You can approach me. You can ask me anything that you feel like, on this email ID. All right.
Ma'am, I have a question actually. Can I?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, you gave a word for bus sumo. Can you explain how that works properly?
Okay, so BuzzSumo is a website. Just open it. Just open it, and you will. It's a very simple to use website actually. You can maybe open that website, and in the search bar you can just write whatever you want to write your article on. Maybe it's intellectual property, maybe it's copyright, maybe it's sologamy, anything, criminal laws, anything. And once you search it, it'll give you a set. It'll give you a lot of news articles which have already been published on that particular topic. It will also give you a set of keywords. All right, so you can just see what those keywords are and their engagement also. How many keywords have been used in how many articles, and how it's progressing, how many people are reading it. So it's going to give you a set of those keywords, and you can, using your own understanding, you can use your those keywords in your article, so that you make sure that your article is visible.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you please share some tips how we can research?
How you can research what?
Like how we can research for the articles. Can you please share some of the tips?
Okay, so I think for me, what I do is, it starts with a Google search, especially when it's blog writing, since it does not have to be, very academically inclined. It can be something which is, in which you it can all. It can be descriptive as well as it can be analytical. That means descriptive in the sense you're just describing what has happened, right? Because especially in research articles, it's mostly expected of you to be very analytical, to analyze what's going on, right or wrong, or this or that. So that's expected in your journal articles or research articles. But with blog writing, since you're also writing for a layman, you can be descriptive. So just go ahead with a simple Google search. Maybe just find out the top maybe 5 to 10 links. See what's going on there. Maybe explore the news section, see what's going on there. Maybe if you find something which is really interesting, you can also use Google Scholar, because that's, I think that's one um, uh, free platform we have that we just do not use